is Rev Bev. How about a few good words about sex? And what about kinky sex? Some people would say kink is sexual perversion. But the definition of sexual perversion tends to be what other people find sexually satisfying and what turns us off and we wouldn't do. Kink is actually sexual play, and what that means is there are role plays and power exchanges. Oftentimes there are objects involved, such as shoes and whips and rope. Why do people do kink? Well, for the sexual variety. And it increases erotic passion for them. Some would say it's psychologically healing, and others spiritually fulfilling. BDSM is a part of the kink community as well. It stands for bondage, discipline, submission, and masochism. This is about exchange of power, wielding power over others completely, or giving up one's power completely to another, or perhaps a combination of both. But Jesus was about mutuality, and one theologian called it radical egalitarianism. So how do we think about power games in light of that? Well, first, some people would say Jesus would never exert power over another person or treat someone in a degrading way, even if they wanted it. Or, since it's sexual play, Jesus might have entered into the game playfully, with respect and honoring the wishes of the partner. I have no idea how Jesus would respond to kink, but I do know his central teaching, and that is to love God and your neighbor as yourself. So let's look at kink through that criteria. First, are we hurting anyone? Well, yes. Oftentimes, that is part of the script. And yet, these are carefully scripted with rules and safe words so that everyone is safe. If we follow Jesus' words to love one another, then kink is appropriate only if we are in an atmosphere of trust, complete trust, with respect for one another, to honor one another's wishes. The moral guidelines of the kink community are quite clear. They are to be safe, to be sane, and to be consensual. Now, not all of us obey the speed limit, and not everyone in the kink community abides by those rules. But if you see someone not being safe, then it is not appropriate to participate. And if you see someone who is trying to be convinced to do something they think they're not quite ready to do, then it may not be consensual. So walk away. Loving ourselves and our neighbors means that kink has to be talked about in advance, to establish trust, to agree upon the rules, and to make sure that everyone is consenting. Not to do so is sex sin. Sexual play is to be enjoyed, and it should be satisfying to everyone. I think God laughs when we laugh. I think God enjoys when we enjoy ourselves, as long as our enjoyment is safe and sane and everyone is playing fair. Our imagination is a gift to us from God. It's a part of being human. Life and sex are interesting when we use our imagination. If your imagination can't take in kink, then love yourself enough not to do it. But love your neighbor enough not to judge them for what they enjoy. Find what works for you and your partner and enjoy yourself. This is Rev Bev. Remember, sex is good. Practice safe sex, and God loves you.